Calling all truckers, the Maine Motor Transportation Association, or MMTA, is on a mission to tackle the state's aging trucking workforce, and they're doing that with two big moves.
Here to tell us more is the president and CEO of MMTA, Brian Parke. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning.
First off, how serious is Maine's truck driver shortage, and what does an aging workforce mean for the industry?
Yeah, it's a great question, and we're experiencing the exact same thing every other blue-collar industry is experiencing in Maine and the country, which is an aging workforce. And so our members have identified workforce development as one of our top priorities for an association. And so they're looking for new and innovative ways to, get people interested in trucking careers, as well as, finding ways to help people attain their goals of getting a career in trucking.
Yeah, so we heard you have something called the Career Exploration Unit. Can you kind of walk us through what that means exactly?
Yeah, so the conversations started happening years and years ago, and our members, when they identified workforce shortage as an issue, they came up with the Career Exploration Unit. And what it is a 26-foot utility trailer outfitted with a mobile simulator, and the mobile simulator is a state-of-the-art. Looks like a real tractor-trailer cab. The dashboard, you can select what kind of truck you want to drive. The seat moves so that it can give you the feeling of having a load on the back. The tracking with the trailer, we can change the environment to drive in snow and rain. We can introduce hazards that truck drivers might face when they're out on the road. And it's really great, and it's not meant to train drivers on how to drive. It's meant to spark curiosity. So we're bringing it to job fairs, we're bringing it to high revet events, we're also bringing it to schools. We've been to middle schools and high schools, and those are the types of folks that we're not looking for them to be truck drivers tomorrow. We're looking for them to consider trucking as a career possibly sometime down the road.
Oh, I like sometime down the road. I get it.
There we go.
Another initiative is the John Austin Trucking Foundation. Is that a part of what you were just mentioning?
Well, so that's a different component. So identifying how we get people interested is one component, and then helping people afford that training is what we're doing with John Austin Trucking Foundation. It's brand new. Applications just opened this month, in fact. And what it's meant to do is to help people take away the financial disincentive for them to get into a trucking career, or those that are already in trucking to gain a credential. So if somebody wanted to get an endorsement, get their commercial driver's license, if they're a technician and want to get a certification to further their career as a technician, we're offering up to $2,000 for each individual, and we're doing 8 of those a month. So it's a pretty big investment by our members. And I often tell people that I work for the most generous, greatest people in the world in the most essential industry in the world. And this is just proof of that.
You say essential, sorry, Asia. I'm curious to touch on that shortage more. What are we seeing here in Maine? Like, what does that shortage look like in reality?
Yeah, well, in reality, what's happening is that again, just like every other blue-collar industry, people are retiring, and we're needing to replace those people, or else, logistically, things need to be adjusted. So. And we're not looking for just anybody. We're looking for professionals. We're looking for people that are safety focused. We're looking for people that aren't afraid to work hard, maybe get a little dirty every now and again. But it's really a rewarding career, and one that can be transferred anywhere you go. So the skills and experience that you gain in trucking, and that's whether it's driving or whether it's being a technician, working in the warehouse, those are skills that you can transfer anywhere in the country and find a job.
Do you think there are certain barriers that would deter people from becoming truck drivers? I'm just curious about that potential aspect of this as well.
So there are. I mean, there's certainly a training and credentialing component, and especially for those that want to get their commercial driver's license, their CDL. There may be that, but that's why we did the John Austin Trucking Foundation. John was one of those guys that wanted to help people. He was a trucking industry leader, a personal friend and mentor of mine, so we're pretty pleased that our association and our members are privately funding this entire endeavor, not only the Career Exploration Unit, but also the John Austin Trucking Foundation. We're not getting any government money, no grants, nothing. This is our members identifying what our industry's problem is, and coming up with a solution.
Very cool. And are there any misconceptions you want to squash right now?
Well, oftentimes, so we just started with the Career Exploration Unit. That just started this spring, and we're going around, we're talking to people about trucking careers, and when people think about trucking, they think of somebody sitting behind the wheel, long periods of time,
Yes.
monotonous.
Yep.
And that's completely not it. I mean, there's no typical trucking job. You could have an over-the-road job where you like adventure, you want to go see the country, but there's also local driving where you're home every night. There's regional driving. You know, you could be hauling potatoes, you could be hauling flatbeds, you could be delivering packages, you could be in the woods in a logging operation. So there's no typical driving job, and that's just the driving jobs that are in trucking. There's also technicians. I mean, if you like problem solving, figuring out, identifying what the problem is and then fixing it, taking it apart and fixing it, then that could be a career for you.
Yeah, that was kind of my last question here quickly. What should be drawing people to this job? What are the positives from a career like this?
Well, like I said, it's a family.
Yeah.
Trucking really is a family. I've only been in it for my entire 54 years on this. Only. I'm still on probation. But you know, trucking has put food on my table and a roof over my head for my entire life. And every single time I run into somebody in the trucking industry, they're the most generous people. If I were to pick up the phone and contact any of my members and ask a favor, I would guarantee you they'd do it. So it's really a family type atmosphere when it comes to trucking. And like I said, you can transfer those skills anywhere. So you have a meal ticket. If you wanted to live in Alaska, if you wanted to live in Iowa, you could find a trucking job.
Brian, real quick, if anyone's intrigued with what you just said, where can they find your website?
So our website is MMTA.com. You can find out more information about the John Austin Trucking Foundation and the Career Exploration Unit. We also have a workforce development campaign called Go Your Way Maine. If you're under the age of 30, you probably have seen some of the stuff that we've been putting out on social media.
Great. Brian, thank you so much.
Appreciate it.